There we go. So, using the Nortel My 5 gloves again. Been a while since I last posted a video about this, so as you can see from the camera feed, yeah. I just recently improved the jumping on them, so now you can actually use them as a pretty viable alternative to controllers. I also control everything with menus on my wrist, or buttons on my wrist, I mean. And that's a walk button, so that, I guess that doesn't work right now, I guess. Great. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can also create snowballs. Come on, yeah. Guess they're slightly broken still, but that's that. Let's do some levels. Should be able to clear all of these pretty easily. And walking does work. I also added these buttons to rotate that are kind of cumbersome to use, but it does help a little in my tiny room. Because there's a wall right here, and I don't really want to hit my hands against that, honestly. Oh, there we go. Tracking on these is solid, positional tracking anyway. They're using the Vive trackers on the wrists like this, you know? And that's perfect, honestly. Because it's exactly, basically the Vive on controller tracking. So that's excellent. I have been told the finger sensors aren't final on these. So I guess these are still like developer unit stuff. I've heard these are launching. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really want to say when, but early 2018, I think, at least. Nope. Wow, that was terrible. Right there on the last jump, too. That sucks. I'm just gonna put a checkpoint here. There we go. Oops. Ah, there we go. So the sensors on these kind of freak out sometimes. Not very often, though. Oh god. There we go. Just gonna physically turn around on this, because you don't really want to turn around on platforms with rotation. But yeah, this is after I changed the pivot point around which they rotate, because they used to rotate around the middle of the palm, basically. Which is not how the Vive ones rotate, because those rotate around basically the tip of the controller. Which makes a pretty big impact on how well you can climb and jump. This is not, I mean, even the touch controllers have their pivot point offset for SteamVR, so they match the Vive ones better. That's just something Valve did. So after offsetting that, I noticed I could climb a lot better. Or jump, rather. Climbing still works perfectly fine, regardless of the pivot. There is a skip here. Let's see if I can pull it off. Yes. And it's technically a glitch, I guess. But hold on, I need to tighten these better. Tighten them over my sleeves, so that makes them a lot more comfortable. But that's something that'll be fixed in the final version anyway. Nope. Wow, still slipped. It's odd. Oh god, don't do that to me. Thank you. Walking is a little slow. I think it's because the things on my wrist are what determine my velocity, my controller velocity. Which won't be quite as fast as if it was actual controllers controlling that. I could probably offset for that, maybe. Multiply it a little bit for the gloves to make it more nice feeling. It does feel a little weird to not grab anything when you're grabbing, basically. But works very well. Occasional finger tracking glitches aside, which I think is just because these gloves aren't technically made to be swung around as quickly and stuff. They hold up surprisingly well, and the final versions will probably be more robust than this. If I can get my hands on those, I'll probably make another video. Oh god, really? Did I just mess that up? Can I make that? Almost. Yes, got it. See? These things are not bad at all. I don't feel impeded by them as much as when I first got them, because of the offset fix I did. The Knuckles controllers also have their pivot point offset to match the Vive ones better, so that makes them, oh god, about identical. Although they're much lighter, the Knuckles, which makes them nicer to use than the Vive ones anyway. I'm really excited for glove-based tracking stuff. Actually, I have to go that way, so yeah. And yeah, the tracking is just solid on these. Thought it was delayed before, but it's really not. As long as the finger tracking holds up, works perfectly. Right. Switch on walking. There we go. I gotta go that way and then over, so I think this is right. See, this is level 10. I'll just complete the entire game. Should be able to jump straight up just fine. And that was correct, so... Oh. Air tracking. Oh god. Alright. So they're a little iffy sometimes, which I think is the magnetization, which is worse on the sensors on these than the final production units, as far as I know. It does feel pretty amazing to use these. Although I haven't implemented any haptic feedback yet, because I've been waiting for them to update the SDK to automatically take that from the haptic data I sent to the trackers. Oh god, went through. Right, this level might be terrible, depending on if I get this on first try. I should be able to though, which is fine. But it's not always as straightforward as that. Definitely one of my least favorite levels, this. 'Cause there's a lot of waiting right at the start. It's kind of top priority when I get to redesign these levels at some point. Yes. Probably want to rotate there, because I gotta jump that way and over there. I just recently made the thumb a little more flexible so I can actually move it, because it used to kind of do whatever. It's not really precisely calculated to do anything, but now it's better. The animations of these hands match the Knuckles controllers pretty closely. And they also work in multiplayer just fine. I'm technically in multiplayer right now, but no one's joined, because I'm on a private server, and none of my friends are online, I don't think. Right, this is a little tricky. Let's just put a checkpoint to be sure. I don't think I need it. Yeah, got it. Let's rotate to face the next one. There we go. It's level 13. Cool. Alright, so this is walking. This might get tricky, because I'll switch it off up there. Any movement I make makes me go forward. Oh, it doesn't go very fast. Shit. Alright, Ah, there we go. Perfect. But yeah, I'm fairly confident you can play any user-created level with these as well, because they just work fine. The only exception being the sensors getting magnetized if you move a little too quick, which makes them offset a little. But that shouldn't be a problem in the final version. It's level 14. It's not great, it's kind of small. Got it. And the last one, Skyscraper. The one after which everyone goes, wait, that was it? Nope, I'm not skipping a lot today. That was fine. Yeah. Walk into the finish. So as you can see, it's quite decent now. Fairly happy with it. The snowballs could definitely use a boost, and they need to be fixed because they're not supposed to drop like that. But other than that, it seems to be fine. This is the new multiplayer level selection for the winter update. Probably update it again once the winter update leaves us. So that's the Noitom High 5 gloves and Climby for now. Next video on these are probably gonna be me having the final version instead of this developer version. Hopefully. And it depends. I'm just really curious what the final version is like compared to these. Because these are decent, for sure. But it seems like they could improve the finger tracking under stress conditions a little. And I've heard they're also going to add side-to-side motion to fingers, but I'm not sure on that. I would need to add a lot of stuff to make that work in Climby though. So when that comes, I'll probably work on that. But until then, this has been Climby. I'm gonna go now. Later.